Betty Burns, my mom. My San Diego mom.
Here we sit in my kitchen, and Eris wants to talk about Judaism. And that's my favorite subject, so let's talk about Judaism. He's given me a short list of questions. What makes someone involved Jewishly? I really don't know what makes someone involved. I just know what helped me to get involved Jewishly. Way back when, of course, I raised my children as Jews, so I needed to learn along with them so I would be able to help them answer their questions and for them to understand about their religion. I needed to understand. Excuse me. So, early on, I started reading. I started to understand Judaism. But I also found that you don't just understand it, because there's always new, different twists and different aspects of Judaism with its history and its people to help you along the way. So the mysteries are never solved, and you never get tired of studying about Judaism. I also first got involved because my best friends were involved. So they were very nonchalant and casual about it and said, come on, go with us to this event, go with us to Yom HaShoah event, whatever it was.
You know, I heard that somebody told me that he became involved because he wanted to go into an event to see somebody's home. It was a way, it was a house that he always wanted to visit, and he wanted to see the home, so he went to this event.
So wonderful. So that's a great way. I think people get involved many different ways. It's whether you want to see the home, or you want to get to know the family better, or you just want to know the reasons why Jewish people do certain things the way they do it. And why has Judaism survived all these years? So, and will continue to survive. Even though I saw on the internet that there were questions about what Haggadah people use for Pesach. And they gave several choices, but then they gave a box where you could say which Haggadah you used. And then they asked the question, do you do a traditional Seder with food and ritual? Or do you do a Seder with just food? Or do you do a Seder with just ritual? And surprisingly, I didn't know it was possible, but some people did that. I found that doing the Seder with ritual and food, it's a wonderful combination. So you develop passion about these rituals and about these events by doing them. We build the sukkah in our backyard every year, and it's very easy because after break the fast, I make sure I invite young people to break the fast after Yom Kippur. As soon as break the fast meal is over, and everybody's sort of sitting back and enjoying themselves, I always say, it's time to build the sukkah. And so we go to the backyard, and I have a permanent structure for a sukkah, and we just have to drape it so the three sides are closed in. You can see the stars up through the roof, and it's a perfect, in my eye, it's a perfect sukkah.
Let's go to the first time that you will remember being involved. How did you feel?
Well, I became involved before I was Jewish, because I ran around with a lot of, my girlfriends were Jewish, and most of the couples that we socialized with were Jewish. So people perceived me as a Jew before I had even converted to Judaism. And I can remember very clearly going on a women's mission to Israel. And I was the only one on that full busload of women that wasn't Jewish. But most people didn't know it. Only the few that went from San Diego knew that I wasn't Jewish.
But at the same time, at that time, you were already a mother for 4 Jewish kids.
Yes.
So what was the difference between being a mother for 4 Jewish kids and to be Jew halachically or officially, or why do you say that you were not Jewish? You needed the official recognition?
No, it was because I was still a practicing Catholic.
Really?
Yes.
So you lived in both worlds?
I was a practicing Catholic. I went to church on Sunday, and the next Friday I converted to Judaism. And then I didn't go to Mass anymore. Yes, I lived in both worlds very comfortably. But I remember times when I would get calls to be on the board of directors of the JCC or Jewish Family Service, and I would say to whomever the person was that called me that maybe they should ask a Jewish person, and they would be shocked because people thought I was Jewish. So, but the transition for me was very easy, because basically it's the way you live your life and the way you enjoy your life and those around you. So I knew how to do the ritual for Jewish things, so it was easy for me. And my friends always said to me, after I converted, or just before I converted, maybe you should do equal time to Rome to make sure that you're making the right decision. And I would say, no, I feel very comfortable and I'm making the right decision.